Level 1, the parking lot roller. You just threw a leg over a dirt bike for the first time. Maybe it's a buddy's old XR or a used trail bike. You're learning the clutch-throttle relationship. Too much gas, you wheelie or stall. Too little, you bog. Your first rides are spent figuring out balance at walking speed, where the friction zone lives, and how to shift without looking down. You're not jumping. You're not racing. You're learning that dirt isn't pavement. The bike moves under you, and that's normal. Your right wrist is either pinned or chopped. Nothing smooth yet. Braking is grabby. You haven't learned to weight the pegs or stand through rough stuff. Every small bump feels massive because you're stiff as a board, arms locked, death gripping the bars. This phase is pure survival. Staying upright, not looping out, not whiskey throttling into a tree. Level 2, the Trail Explorer. You can ride without thinking about every input. Clutch throttle coordination is second nature on flat ground. You're comfortable cruising trails, small hills, fire roads, terrain that doesn't require aggression. You've learned to stand on the pegs through choppy sections because sitting beats you to death. You're dabbing feet in turns instead of leaning the bike. You can clear small rollers and tabletops if they're mellow. Braking is still front heavy because you don't trust the rear yet. You've probably whiskey throttled once, maybe looped out on a hill, definitely stalled mid-turn. You're starting to understand body position matters, but you're not applying it consistently. The bike still surprises you when it kicks sideways or swaps. You ride for fun, not performance. Level 3, the Weekend Warrior. You've committed to motocross or enduro as a hobby. You're lapping local tracks or riding dedicated off-road loops regularly. You can jump, tabletops, doubles, small triples if the landing's visible. You've learned to preload the suspension, weight the pegs on takeoff, and stay neutral in the air. You're not scrubbing yet, but you're not nosediving either. In corners, you're starting to lean the bike and stay centered on the pegs instead of sliding your butt all over. You've figured out outside foot pressure loads the front tire and keeps you planted through berms. Your throttle control is smoother. You're learning to roll it on through ruts instead of chopping. You're experimenting with rear brake for traction and balance. You can ride a 15 to 20-minute moto without gassing out completely, but your arms pump after 2 laps if the track is gnarly. You know what suspension sag is. Maybe adjust it once. You're fast enough to feel the bike move under you and make small corrections mid-corner or mid-air. You've crashed enough to know your limits, and you're starting to push them on purpose. Level 4, the local expert. You're the fastest guy at your local track on any given Sunday, or close to it. You can rail berms with commitment, break deep into corners without washing the front, and link rhythm sections smoothly. You've learned to scrub small jumps to stay low and maintain momentum. Your body positioning is dialed for most situations. Attack position through rough stuff, elbows up, weight forward under braking, hips back, and outside leg loaded in berms. You understand line choice. You're not just following ruts, you're picking the fastest or least blown out option lap by lap. Whoops don't destroy you anymore because you've learned to skim or blitz, depending on spacing and your bike setup. You can clutch up over obstacles, manual through sections, and use the rear brake to pivot the bike in tight spots. Your fitness is legit. You can ride hard for 20 to 30 minutes without falling apart. You've dialed in your suspension for your weight, skill, and home track. Sag, compression, rebound clickers make sense to you now. You know when to pin it and when to set up. You've podiumed at local races or finished top 5 in your class consistently. You're not regional yet, but you're knocking on the door. Level 5, the regional threat. You're traveling to race. You're top 3 in your district, top 10 in your region, maybe taking home amateur titles or expert class podiums. Your racecraft is sharp. You know how to get a hole shot, how to pass cleanly, how to defend a line without getting stuffed. You're not just fast for one lap, you're fast for the whole moto, and your speed doesn't drop off. You can adapt mid-race. If a line goes away, you find a new one instantly. If the track gets blown out, you adjust your entry speed, brake markers, and bike setup mentally without losing flow. Your scrubbing is intentional and clean, cutting feet off every jump to carry more corner speed. You're whipping for style and control, not just because it looks cool. You're comfortable tripling into corners, quadding rhythm lanes when the track allows, and taking risks that would have scared you 2 levels ago. Your suspension is pro-level dialed. You know what a half click of rebound does to rear-end traction and acceleration chop. You've experimented with gearing, tire pressure, map switches, clicker adjustments between motos. Your fitness is elite amateur. You train off the bike. You don't just ride. You've probably been looked at by privateers or small sponsors. You're fast enough that people who don't know you assume you race for a living. Level 6, the pro privateer. You hold a pro license. You're lining up at nationals, supercross rounds, or GNCC pro races. You're not on a factory team, but you're getting results. Top 20 overall, maybe top 15 on a good day. Top 10 if everything clicks. You're fast enough to run with factory guys for a few laps before fitness, bike setup, or racecraft separate you. Your technique is flawless under normal conditions. Perfect body position, clean inputs, zero wasted movement. You've mastered the basics so deeply they're automatic, which frees your brain to focus on race strategy and competitor weaknesses. Your bike setup is custom. You know exactly what spring rates, valving, and clicker settings work for your weight, speed, and style. You've tried 5 different tire compounds this season and know which one works on hardpack, sand, or loam. You understand map switches and use them strategically for starts versus motos. Your fitness is world-class. You train year-round with a structured program, and your late moto speed rivals guys with factory support. You're battling budget and equipment more than skill. You know you're capable of podiums, but you're chasing consistency and the right opportunity to prove it. Level 7. The Factory Assassin. You're Jet Lawrence, Eli Tomac, Hayden Deegan, Chase Sexton, Cooper Webb, full factory ride, $1 million contract, semi-truck with your name on it. You don't just win races, you dominate them. Your speed is terrifying. You can pull 3 seconds a lap on guys who are pros. Your starts are surgical. You've practiced the whole shot sequence 10,000 times. And your clutch throttle timing is so precise, you're hitting the first turn top 3 almost every time. Your racecraft is PhD level. You know when to attack, when to sit, when to let a guy by because he's faster in one section, but you'll repass him 2 corners later. You can ride through lappers like they're standing still without losing rhythm. Your fitness is untouchable. You get faster as the moto goes on because everyone else is fading. Your technique under pressure is perfect. You can break a bike length deeper than anyone, rail a berm at 10% more speed, and scrub a double so low it looks like you're cheating physics. You've crashed at 40 miles an hour and gotten up to finish top 5. Your bike is built specifically for you. Custom valving, custom engine work, geometry tweaks, tire compounds most riders will never touch. You work with a suspension tech, engine builder, trainer, nutritionist, and mental coach. You've spent 15 years or more building the muscle memory, racecraft, and mental toughness to operate at this level. You don't think about clutch control or body position anymore. Your brain is 3 corners ahead, calculating passes, managing tire wear, hunting tenths. You're not just fast, you're complete. So you just figured out where you stand. Now learn the hard lessons that'll get you to the next level faster. Click that next video. 11 brutal truths every dirt bike rider must know explained. No sugarcoating, just the real talk that separates weekend warriors from riders who actually progress.